Hello, friends. It's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask a specific question and I give you a specific answer. As many of you know, it's my favorite live of the week because I love the tea and I love to squeeze the juice. And so the juicier the question, the happier I'm going to be. I will answer your question on any topic. All right. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I'm so happy to see you here today. Thanks for being here. And of course, a special shout out to the members and the moderators. Let's get right over to CardCam and get going. And as you can see, today I am using my full-size Light Seers Tarot. And here we go. Let's get going. I will take these in the order in which I see them. If I accidentally skip you, I am so sorry. That is never my intention. Just let me know. I try to keep an eye. Hey, Bhakti Shakti, love you too. Good to see you. Try to keep an eye on where I'm at and also what's been most immediately said. So if you tell me I've missed you or I've missed someone, I will probably see it. And beyond that, I will just try to stay in order, and let's see what we can do. Let's get shuffled. And while I'm shuffling, I see the first question is Mixuer, Michelle in Canada. So good to see you. I'm asking for accommodation at my job to work from home 5 days instead of 3. Is this the right decision, and what do I need to know? I have a medical note for 3 months. All right. Let's see what we got. You can't see it. You can't, shuffle cam. See, if I have to shuffle, I have to be really leaned in so you can see that I'm doing this and I'm doing this. So a lot of times you're not seeing me shuffle just because of the way the cam's set up, but that's what I'm doing. All right, so Mixuer. It's a decision. I mean, I think it makes sense. I really do. I mean, I'm also a fan of you looking for another job, quite frankly. Do we think that they will grant this without squawking? I do. I think they'll just let it happen. How will this change your experience of your job? This is why I still think you need to look for another job, right? This helps. It certainly helps, but it doesn't fully solve the problem. So I just think it's important to know that. But yeah, I think it's a good step for sure. All right, and you're at the movies with your niece, so we'll see you in the replay, and thanks so much for being here. All right, Gianna, so good to see you. Why did M back out of the project that he initially seemed so excited about? Okay, so when he was seeming excited about the project, it was already in the back of his mind. I think he's a person that can get caught up in expressing excitement, but it was already in the back of his mind that he wasn't really going to do it. So I think that's just something to know about this person, is just because he is expressing excitement will not equal commitment for him. It just doesn't. And so, yeah, I think like it has nothing to do with anything other than I think you misread the excitement in the beginning. There it is. And maybe it was easy to misread because, I think he's just like that. I think that's an M issue. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I'll be rehearsing soon. My question is simple. Is my application for the Creative Capital Grant ready to submit, or does it need some more tweaking? Okay. I feel like it's at that place where, like, you probably should just read it over once or twice to make sure and see if there's any little things you need to catch. But I think we're down to I don't think we need big tweaking. I think we're down to just like the very small, making sure there's no typos, making sure everything is clearly expressed, that kind of thing. I think we're close, really close. All right, Gemini Sun, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. When will I get my miracle job? And will I get the one I just applied to yesterday? And the question you didn't ask, but I ask, is that a miracle job? Okay, so the job you just applied to yesterday, I don't know, man. Either you get it and you hate it, or you don't get it at all. I don't know. I'm not loving that one. What about a great job for you? I think the thing is, your miracle job is where you work for yourself. Your miracle job does not involve working for someone else. That's what I think. And I don't think you're ready to be fully working for yourself yet, but I don't think you should give up on that either in the long run. So I don't know that we're looking for a miracle job. I think we're looking for the right job for right now, which has been super hard to find. And when will you find that? Oh, it'll happen and it'll be good, and it probably will feel like a miracle. And it probably will happen sooner rather than later. I don't think you need to worry. I think it will happen soon. I don't necessarily think it's the one you just interviewed for. But I think it will happen. And I think it will happen soon. And I think it will be okay for a while. But in the long run, I'm still thinking you're going to be your own boss in the very long run. All right. Diana Price, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. So, what major change can I expect from the solar eclipse on my birthday in April and the lunar eclipse on Monday? So, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse. Well, isn't that interesting? We've got the Five of Swords reversed and the Six of Swords reversed. I think these two energies are really working together for you to help you change the way you think about certain things and process certain things. Sometimes you can kind of get stuck in a certain kind of thinking or in a certain space, and this is going to change that for you or give you the opportunity to change that. Ha, Gemini Sun, love that. You get me. Yeah, I do. I got it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I see it. Okay, Julie, any advice for me about my certain situation for what I'm going through mentally? Let's see what we've got here. I'm sorry you're going through stuff. So the thing is, there's a lot going on. It's a lot, and there's a lot of pressure on you. And I feel like what you need more than anything is peace. But it's hard to find peace because it's busy inside your head. And it's busy outside too. And so it's a matter of just trying to find balance, and finding your peace is really what you're looking for here. And whatever you need to do to find that, if that requires therapy or counseling or medication, whatever that is, find what you need there to help you. Okay. Preetha, thanks for being here. Advice about your academics. Yeah, I feel like you're doing some things that you don't really enjoy and that don't come to you that easily. And so it feels heavy, and it feels heavy because it is a lot right now. The advice is to, you can do this. You can succeed, but the way you're doing it now, or the way you're thinking about it now, or the way you're processing it now isn't really helping. So I feel like you may need different ways of managing, but if you can find different ways of managing, it will be better. Okay. Jennifer, how can I get closer to K and S? So I don't know if K and S are like a unit and you're trying to get closer to them, or if they're two individuals. So I'm not quite sure what that is. So I will do it as individuals, and if they're a unit, that'll still work. With K, I feel like, there's a difference here. So if they are like a unit, it's important to remember you're going to have a better relationship with one than the other. because K is a lot easier than S. K you can just be comfortable with and enjoy. With S, I feel like it's always a compromise and it's always trying to avoid a battle. So I'm wondering, why do you even want to be close to that person? I'm just wondering. This one seems a lot easier and a lot more fun and just a lot more comfortable and a lot safer. So I like K better than S. I'm just going to say that. Okay. DH, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What does the universe want me to know about the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse, and the month of April? Lunar eclipse, time for deep spiritual work. Oh my gosh. Solar eclipse, time to look at what takes your power and how to regain it. And the month of April in general, learning to believe in yourself and find the healing that you need on an even deeper level than you thought possible. Enjoy that. I mean, it feels deep, but it feels really good. Cassandra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. If I start today and go all in with the CEO teacher course, how soon can I expect to see supplemental income? Okay, let's see. Here we go. How soon can you expect to see supplemental income? So wait a minute. Back the heck up here. Okay, first of all, what is going all in with this? What does that involve, man? Is that even a thing? It's not easy. It's not easy at all, but you can do it. Okay, so you can do it. Is there supplemental income to be had from this? I mean, I think it would take a while. Like if you're doing this for the sole purpose of receiving supplemental income, and that's the reason you're going to go through this. Is it worth it? It probably is worth it. I was trying to get you out of some work here, but it probably is worth it. But how soon will you see the income? I'm not sure. Like, I wouldn't plan on it within the first 3 months. I think it's going to take time. I think in the long run it will be worth it, but it is going to take time. Did I answer your question at all? I'm not sure. I answered a question. I'm not sure I answered your question, but sometimes that's how it comes up. Okay, Ayosh, good to see you. Ayosh Kumar. I am doing well, thank you. I like AD. Can you tell me how will we be as a couple? And this is assuming that you would be a couple, okay? If you were together as a couple, how would that be? So there's a lot you would have to work through. There's some past insecurities for one of you or both of you. There's some things you would have to work out about like how it works for you together. So I'm not saying it's not workable or it's not doable, but there's a lot that you would need to figure out to make it work. Do I think it is worth trying to make it work? I do. I really do. And honestly, most good couples will tell you that it takes some time to figure things out. So right now, I feel like it would really be about like figuring out how do we work together logistically? How does this even happen? How does this work? But I think if you can do that, it could work together very well. A penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. All right. All right, a penny for your thoughts. In relation to my ex taking 1/2 of my pay, Can I trust Bryant or Dan in the company? I need an ally. And you're welcome. Very much so. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm just really thinking about this. Is Dan an ally? I mean, and I don't mean to say this person is a terrible person, but I don't think he's the ally you need. Is Bryant an ally? Bryant is more willing to listen. Bryant is more willing to listen. I don't know that this person could fully be trusted as an ally either. Is there anyone there? See, I'm not sure that there's anyone there that can fully be trusted as an ally the way you want it. But Bryant will listen better than Dan. That I can tell you. Okay, hey, Adrija, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. You're looking for a person's thoughts and feelings. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna say interested, and confused is what I'm gonna say. There's a confusion there. There's an unsureness, there's a confusion, but there's also interest. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Glad you're here. Febborn, thanks for being here. How capable will I be doing this new job, and what will the outcome be for me? Did you get the job? Are you asking, like, if I get the job, am I capable, or did you get the job? I'm just so curious. Let's see, though. Well, let's see. How capable would you be at this job? Oh, you got this. You could absolutely do this. So let's see. Do you have the job? Maybe you don't yet. Maybe that's what you're wondering about outcome. Do I think you would get this job? Unsure. But quite possible. Quite possible. And just the idea at this point of getting a job is such the right thing for so many reasons. For so many reasons. You were offered, oh my gosh, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. And I mean, the person is smart to offer you the job because you're going to be so good at it. So what will be the outcome of the job then? I think it's going to be hard. I hate to tell you, I think it's going to be hard. I think you're capable of doing it. I think returning to work after a while is going to be weird. Just the returning to work part is going to be weird. Will you like the job itself? I think there's parts of it that you're not going to like. Yeah. What's up with that? I don't want to scare you because I'm really happy you got the job. But it may be that this job serves a purpose, that this job gets you back into the workforce. You're capable to do it, you got it, but you may not like it. So do it anyway. And once you're working, if you need to find a different job because you really don't like it, it is so much easier to find another job when you already have one. So use it as your entry back into the workforce, and then we'll see what happens. Hey, Autumn Pond, thank you so much for being a member and also for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, next question. Liz Harrison. How will it go next weekend? And Liz, thank you for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'm sorry, I'm all excited about Febborn's new job. Okay, focused. Here we go. How will it go next weekend? Spending time with my brother and his family in spite of the feeling I get that he's frustrated with me. Will conversation be brought up? Should I engage or avoid? This is a really interesting conscious choice that you are making. And it really is interesting because you are like willingly entering the lion's den here. And I feel like you're doing it because you're trying to create family connection or see what family connection is really there. But you are aware that this is deep. This is deep and this is heavy. So just recognize that on the outset. Okay, now, in terms of where your brother is at here, like your brother does not have, I mean no disrespect when I say this, but like you're the Hermit and the Moon, he's the Fool and the Page of Wands reversed. He does not have the mental, intellectual, psychological, spiritual, emotional capacity. I mean no shade. But here it is. He doesn't have the capacity to see what you see, to understand what you understand, to parse out what you parse out. He doesn't have that. And his feeling about spending time with you is he's really looking forward to your company. He really is. Is he planning on having a conversation? I think the most likely thing is both of you will agree to avoid the elephant in the room and maybe just try to be friendly. And that could be really good. That could be really good. And if it does get brought up, and it probably won't, but if it does get brought up, it's going to be your inclination to try to get him to see reason. And if you do, just remember, like, do it at a second grade level. Not like, don't be condescending, but just recognize his capacity to understand is so much more limited than yours. And I recognize you are taking a deep emotional risk to have a nice family connection. The thing I'm going to say is that nice family connection is possible, and therefore it probably is worth doing. All right. Gemini Sun asking for a friend. What are the winning lottery numbers? So, man, I could talk to you about that. Like, there are people who can do that. You will notice that there are people who occasionally win the lottery multiple times or who are really good at the casino. Like, some people have that kind of luck, and I think it really is psychic. I don't have it. Oh, Liz, I'm glad that's helpful. Good. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Maria Baresi, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. My lease is up in 60 days. I'm looking to rent or buy a home in a town closer to Nashville, about 80 minutes out. Is this doable? And if not, then when? Okay, great question. Is this doable in this time frame? To make this move in this time frame? Well, okay, let's back this up. Is moving to this town closer to Nashville, is this a good idea for you? Yes, very much so. Very much so. Can you do it in the time frame you're looking at? Probably not. Probably better to get a short-term rental closer and then work on that over time. When could you make such a move? Within a year. You know, so if you take another year rental, if you can get like a 3-month rental, 6-month rental, something like that, I feel like within a year you could make this move. Okay, and I do think it's a good idea. All right, I know you're looking to feel settled, and I know it's been a long time since you have felt settled, but I think it's going to take a little longer. I'm sorry. Okay, Sirius Shakir, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Why do I keep seeing a snake in my yard? Is there a message here? Okay, we do live in Florida. We have a lot of snakes. And if it's one of those black racers, He's probably there to eat pests, and we appreciate that very much. And if that's okay, so let's see. What is this snake trying to tell you? You know, there is sort of this deeper spiritual meaning for snakes. Being a sign of wisdom and transformation. And I think for you, it is. I think for you, it is. I think this is a sign of transformation that is possible, that you're looking for change, you're looking for transformation. When you see the snake, it is a sign of hope. That's how I see it. Ness, I love how you backed up the questions and rethreaded the questions. I love the way you said that, Ness. Thank you. And yeah, this is one of the reasons I do these sessions. Other than the fact that I'm a nosy bitch and I love to know what's going on with people. Beyond that, to be able to sort of show in real time how I handle questions. Not that my way is the only way, but I mean, after 30 years, I do have some game here. I do have some skills. And so I do like showing that to people so that you too can benefit, from my years of experience. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lily, Lily, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. On Saturdays, we do specific questions. Is there something that you'd like to know? And February, we'll talk once I've started. I know we will, friend. I know we will. Okay, who's next? Adriana Belange, so good to see you. My company is moving to downtown in June, July. I need to move closer to the office. Would I find something nice and affordable by August at the latest? What a pain in the butt to have your job move, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. As much as this feels like a pain in the butt, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe now I have to move. I feel like at first it's going to feel like you can't find anything and it's going to be like scary, but then you'll find something great. So don't worry, just keep looking. You'll find something great. Medea Ness, you are nosy in a well-meaning way. That's true. I am. That's absolutely true. I am the queen of gossip, but it's non-malicious gossip, right? I'm all like, did you see how she's slaying at that business? Did you see how well he's doing in his new relationship? Like that, that's how I gossip. Yeah, it's true. Thank you, Ness. Thanks for seeing that. And Carolyn B., thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I love your way of reading tarot. Thank you. And I learned that it is unique. It's not the, super unique, but I don't see it so much out in the world other than with my own students. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. Who's next? It is Medea Ness. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. All right. Astrologers are all excited about the eclipse of tomorrow. Lots of changes, etc. So that'd be the lunar eclipse. What changes will this eclipse bring for me, the good and the not so good? I think in terms of specifically parenting and trying to figure out how to make sure your kids are positioned how they need to be positioned, there's going to be some clearing of the way. And that will be very helpful mentally, emotionally, practically, in so many ways. Oh, Diana, I'm glad that you added that last part to your feedback. Thank you for that. Thank you for the feedback and thank you for that. And Ness, in terms of not so good, in terms of seeing something not so good, I mean, I'm sure there'll be not so good things. But this particular eclipse, I think, is going to be good for you. Claire C., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Are there any messages from the other side regarding the sudden death of my lifelong friend's wife? Oh my goodness. My little brother and I met with him last Sunday and it was a joyous reunion. Okay. Well, glad you had a joyous reunion. That's good. Messages from the other side regarding this passing, or even from the wife. Here it is, and I don't know if you want to share it with the husband if he's ready to hear it or not. From her perspective, it is exactly what she wanted. She was tired. She did not feel like she had the fortitude to go through, the rigors of old age, the rigors of moving on that way. And so her soul took an option for the quick, easy exit. Now, her quick, easy exit is the hard exit on everyone who loves her. And she is completely aware of that. And she knows that. And she is so sorry. Her soul was just so tired. So tired. And not like tired of her marriage, not like tired, like not that, but it was just enough for her. She had had a sufficiency and was ready to go. And that's a hard message. I don't know that that's one you necessarily want to pass on, but you can certainly pass on the message of love and apology. Oh, that's so cute. I love it that Autumn Pond calls me Fairy Card Mom. Fairy Card Mom. I love that. I love the godmother, mother, any kind of godmother, mother references I'm really loving, especially as I get older. It helps me lean into the persona of what I am becoming in my crone time. So I do love that. Thank you. And I love that you say, I think of Fairy Card Mom as nosy, but it's KNOWS-EY. I love that. Claire C., the Knight of Cups. Well, yeah, and I think it's the expression of love for him as well, Claire, for sure. For sure. And just in terms of how your friend is doing, I mean, this is like when we think about the tower, he has had the tower moment that we all dread. Right? That is a tower situation. And it's really good that old friends are able to be with him because this is so hard. It is so hard. So be supportive. He's really going to need support. Oh, Sirius Shakir, thank you for that feedback. Got it. All right. D9. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. When will I hear from Omar? Haven't heard from him in a while. Yeah, he definitely takes his time. And I wonder if there was something like the last time you spoke, if there was something that didn't sit right for you or for him. I do think you will hear from him again, but I think it's going to be a minute. Maybe in May, so maybe a couple months, sort of a thing. All right. Rose, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. After years of staying quiet, I've finally given voice to what I want. The response from people is, ha ha ha, nope, fine. I'm no longer asking permission. Well done. Well done. Can I get what I want myself? You absolutely can. You just have to see it, know it, believe it, and not let anyone take that from you. You absolutely can. Yes, and this is huge. This is huge, huge, huge. Time for the truth stick. This is huge. So important. It's a really good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing you're in that position, but you kind of have to be in this position to have the growth that you are having. And the growth is seriously a good thing. Hey, Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Next question, Lisa E., good to see you. Oh, and you asked a question that I'll answer now because I haven't gotten a chance to get to my comments. The chat from a live stream should show up 24 hours after it was streamed. That's when the chat from the replay shows up. Okay, from the live stream. All right. So Lisa, what's the latest on the potential between me and Jay? Okay, let's see what we see. When you say potential, I swear to goodness, you are seeing a lot more potential, like just to be able to ask the question. You are seeing more potential than I am. I am so sorry. I don't mean to be mean. But like when I look at these cards and like what is the potential? The potential is that you're going to have to be the mother and be nurturing. The potential, well, could be hot sex, I suppose. But it just feels this feels like so much work. And I'm not loving it. Sorry. Lisa's there. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not loving it. Okay. Oh, I did not know this. Trey Cameron, again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Scott Peterson's case has been taken up by the Innocence Project in California. Will he ever get a new trial? Yes, I believe he will. Wow. That's really interesting. Very cool. Okay, and Maria Baresi, a question for Anthony. And just to let people know, it is definitely one question per person, but if you have a question for a friend or a family member, I am happy to do it, as I will here for Anthony. He visited his great-grandfather's grave recently. There were fresh flowers on it. Who put them there? No relative lives locally. He was in a state at least 10 hours away, and no one ever spoke of him. That's wild. Okay, give me a minute. I don't think it was a family member. I think it was someone who goes and sort of randomly puts flowers on graves of people they do not know as a service. So I would definitely take it in the most spiritual and beautiful way as the gift as it was intended to be. But I don't think it was a relative. Hey, Martha Vink, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Lisa McCord, good to see you. I've been at my new job for just over 3 months now. My second week there, they announced the sale of one division of the business. Do you see me staying with this company long term? My job is secure, but it's been chaos. I had no idea what I was walking into. Just hoping it will settle down once the sale is closed. So let's work backwards on this. Will it? Will it settle down once the sale is closed? It could. Somewhat. Is this a long-term job for you? It could be. I think we have to wait for the dust to settle. There are good things about this job, and it will definitely change once the sale is closed. I also think that being at this job for a while is good on your resume. So that's helpful too. So try to stick it out for now. I don't want to make a long-term future prediction because I think a lot of things could happen, but I think it's good that you are where you are now and things will definitely change and things could get significantly better. So yeah. Okay. Santiago, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I want to know if the tailor I visit likes me. I have the impression, but I'm not sure. Is there a possibility? All right, let's take a look. I think there is. I think you're catching the vibe appropriately, and I know it's dicey, but I think there is something there. I don't think you can say anything. I think if something is going to happen, it would kind of need to come from him, but I think there is something possible. All right. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Random question today, my favorite. I am visiting my dad at home, and we have both sensed my cat Magic, who passed in 2021. Is he still here? Furthermore, are any of my past pets on my spiritual team? I'd love to know anything from that perspective. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And right, Trey, a new trial would be amazing. And you saw the Justice card come up. So, oh my gosh. Yes. And you and I think, are in agreement that Scott has not gotten justice so far. So that's really interesting. It is amazing. Okay, so Barbie, here we go. Magic, your cat Magic. Oh gosh, yes. Absolutely present, and you and your dad are absolutely correct. Yes. And I would say with the star here that Magic is definitely on your spiritual team, and also your dad's, doing double duty there. Any other pets on your spiritual team? A couple. There are a couple of others, yeah. Yes, yes. Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And Magic is aptly named because magic is powerful. Aptly. All right, Michelle F. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I've really been feeling the need to travel, but I feel like my work project is holding me back. Should I just plan to travel and work remotely? If so, should I try A or B? Okay. So first of all, traveling and working remotely right now, is that even a possibility? Certainly is. Yes, yes, yes. I think you should. And then A or B? Is there a third option? So it's possible. This is very possible, but I'm not sure about either A or B or another option. I'm not sure about the timing. I think there's some logistics to work out. You're right, it's not easy, but it should be done. Take the time and energy to figure it out and figure it out carefully so you don't screw anything up. But it is a good thing. And maybe it doesn't happen right this minute. Maybe it happens in a month or 2 or 3. But it is a good idea. All right. Martha Ving, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Wondering if I should focus on finding property in the U.S. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I just scrolled past so many people. There we are. Okay, here we are. Wondering if I should focus on finding property in the U.S. to build my dream home now. Wait till after the election to see if democracy prevails. Should I look in Canada or elsewhere? And Barbie comes right back and says, Canada welcomes you. Yeah, we've got quite a few Canadian contingents here. Absolutely. Okay, so find property in the U.S. now. Wait till after the election. I would say wait till after the election. Do we see you ultimately being in the U.S., in Canada, or someplace else? Completely unpredictable at this time. Completely unpredictable. So I'm going to say wait. Just wait. Just wait. Hold on and wait. The time will come and you'll know when it does. All right. Kanshin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I saw a pigeon today in the morning in front of my window for the first time. It was a cute little surprise. Does it signify a specific meaning? I love this. Yes, it does. It is to encourage you. This is bringing a message from your ancestors, encouraging you to do the work you're doing. Yes, indeed. All right. Hey, Karen Winkle. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Buy the car now or buy it in 6 weeks and maybe miss the one I really want. Jeannie, I did your question. I did it. It was visible to me and I did it. And the answer was, Jeannie, that it doesn't need real tweaking. It just needs a couple of other go-overs, looking for typos and whatnot. Typos and making sure everything's clear. That's all. And then you're ready to go. I remember. All right, Karen Winkle. Thanks for your patience and thanks for being a member. Buy the car now. Buy it in 6 weeks. I feel like there's a problem with buying it now. What's the problem with buying it now? I mean, just reading the question, it would be obvious, buy it now. But I feel like waiting for 6 weeks What happens if you wait? Yeah, see? I feel like there's a reason you don't want to do it now, but if you wait for 6 weeks, you really might miss out on the one you want. Now, is the one you really want the one you really want? Do you really want the one you think you really want? I'm not sure. You might not. So should you buy the new car right now? If you're 100% sure, it just still feels like a conflict and still feels difficult. Might you miss out on the one you really want? Yes. But might you find another one that you really want even more? Also, yes. Also, yes. So, and would it be bad? Like if you did buy the one you really want right now, would that be bad in some way? Yes. Don't do it now. I can't tell you why. I don't know. But don't do it now. Even if you miss out, don't do it now. Okay, and I'm going to do a thing I don't do because I'm so curious. Back to the Scott Peterson thing. Trey wants to know, I wonder what the likelihood of him getting acquitted would be. Hard to say. Hard to say. I think it could happen. I think it could happen, but it would take some work. Okay. Vaishali, good to see you. Thanks for being here. How do I look or view myself in terms of emotions and understanding? How much do I understand myself? I think you're just beginning. You're beginning that journey and you're getting there. That's a lifelong process for all of us. Cassandra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Asking for my friend Mel, why is she dizzy and she should go out today with the plan she was excited for? There's that card again. I think it's okay for her to go out, but best if she doesn't drive. Because if the dizziness gets worse, like if she's going to have a full-on vertigo episode, she shouldn't be driving. I think it's fine to go out. She should have people with her, so in case she needs someone to help her. And if this continues, she should totally see a doctor because there is definitely something going on here. So she can go out, but she should not drive. There it is. And I'm sorry she's going through that. That's really hard. Hey, Caroline McLaughlin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Okay, Deepika, glad you're here. What is my vengeful ex up to now? Man, I hate vengeful exes. Because this situation has started affecting me mentally now. I bet. He's impatient. Like he's going to do everything he can to try to drive you nuts and make you feel bad and make you feel guilty and try to make you feel bad. I don't know that there's much he can actually do to really get to you though. So I would just say try to stay away from him completely. Cuz he's not going to quit anytime soon, my friend, and he's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, he's so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right. Kimmy's Divination Station. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. How will the situation with Tommy come to a conclusion? What does he need to focus on to bring his best results for his future, and how can I help? Okay. What he needs to focus on is understanding his emotions and figuring out what he's feeling and understanding okay, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. These are the words associated with that. And this is how I express what I need to express. And this is what's appropriate to express. How can you help him? He needs some help reprocessing some things that have happened. And you're good at that. So help him do that. And this current situation comes to a conclusion in a way that he does not prefer, but he will learn and grow, and it will be okay. And it's all about learning and growth right now anyway, isn't it? All right. 64 Amy Penn, I'm tired of the daughter son-in-law. Any messages from the great beyond? Anyone passing? Yeah, okay, I won't do that. There's the question I won't do. Because here's the answer. Every single person you know, yourself included. All of us. It's just a matter of when, right? So yeah, I won't do that one. But messages from Spirit for you. I wonder if you have a father, a grandfather, an uncle, a male relative who is no longer living. And I mean, it does bring up the son because, I'm sorry, the daughter and son-in-law. Because male relative in spirit wants you to know that they are working on your daughter and trying to get her to find her healing. So just know that the work that you can't possibly do is being done for you by the ancestors. So that'll come around. All right. Tina Marie, good to see you. I don't understand your question, Tina Marie. I don't know what you're saying. Do you see my DM named EMG, a Leo with a birthday? I am a Sagittarius. I don't know what that question means. Can you reiterate that question? Remember that I'm 61. Can you reiterate that question in a language understood by someone my age? I'm sorry, I don't get it. And I'll be happy to answer it. Oh, interesting, Kimmy. Thanks so much. I've been spending the morning doing an in-depth reading and yours matches. Great. Good. I love it when we can work together. 64 Amy Penn, thanks. That would be my father. Okay, and again, Tina Marie, coming in or a favorable outcome, that's not a question. I'm so sorry. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. That's not a question. What's coming in? Favorable outcome to what? What? Give me a question I can work with, please. Okay. Like if you put all that together in a way that makes sense, like I'd be happy to answer it, but I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what a DM is other than a direct message, and I don't see how that makes sense. Okay. So if you don't mind, I would really appreciate that. Okay. Autumn Pond, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for the generous super chat. I appreciate you. I'm at a point in my life where I'm happy, comfortable, and satisfied being alone. Love it. And I have an income that comfortably supports me. Excellent. How can I use the rest of the year in a way that serves my growth? There's a question. Good. There's healing from the past. We all have healing. There's nurturing your own physical health and well-being. There is enjoying friends and community. And there's thinking about those things that you've always wanted to do, whether it's a travel thing, a creative thing, a learning thing, something you've always wanted to try, something you've always wanted to do. You don't necessarily have to do those things, but think about them and make a list, because now there's space in your life. And so you have space to do those things. So what are those things? No, JD, I am coming to you next. Depending on how you have your chat organized, you might be seeing it slightly different than I am. So I did not skip you, but thank you. And thanks for keeping an eye. And Tina Marie, I'm still looking for your question worded for a boomer or Generation Jones. Apparently I'm Generation Jones. So, thanks. Okay, and JD, here we are. Does H stalk any of my social media? No. Not significantly. Maybe once in a while, we get in those moods, maybe once in a while, but not regularly. Not regularly. Okay. Okay, and George, can I know how Sherry's feeling toward me? Maybe a little bit anxious, just not wanting any trouble, maybe? Okay. Kimmy. As you know, we are trying to conceive, just wondering if it looks like chances are good this cycle or sometime soon. Sorry if this is repeated. Nope, I didn't see it. This is the first one I'm seeing. And let's see. Yeah, Karen, Generation Jones is a micro generation between the boomers and Gen X, I guess. Something like that. Yes. Okay. So, Kimmy, are your chances good this cycle? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not the best, but not bad. And anytime soon? Depends what you mean by soon. I mean, could happen within the next 4 to 6 months. Could happen. A cycle being a month, I realize that still seems far off, but there you go. Okay. Mariana, what's E's next move toward me, and does he miss me? I think he does miss you, and he's going to try to get back together with you. I would just be really careful about what that looks like, though. I think you know how this is. I'd be careful. Okay, Emily. When will I meet my future husband? Soon, apparently. Look at that. 10 of Cups. Like possibly even this year. Soon. Iman, good to see you. Is there any way to reconcile with my ex-husband, or is it over? I think it's over. It's over. Move on. Time to move on. Okay, and Lily, go ahead and get a question in. I guess I asked a while ago and don't see one. So I'll do this, and then if there is another question, I'll be happy to do it for you, Lily. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What do you need to know right now? So I feel like there's some things going on. It might be with friends, relatives, people around you, where you are dissatisfied. And I think the thing is, you need to figure out how to ask for what you need and to ask it of the people who have the ability to give it. I don't know if that's a work thing, a personal thing, a family thing. I don't know, but there it is. Okay, Carolyn B., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Did my niece's husband influence her into not having a relationship with me and my mother? I would think that's the case, yes. Yes, and when we look at your niece herself, I mean, your niece is easily influenced. But we also know that if there is that kind of influence coming in, sometimes that can be abusive. So is your niece in an abusive situation? Unclear, but perhaps. So I wouldn't so much worry about the fact that they've gone no contact. I would try to find a way to make sure she understands that if this is a situation that she's ultimately going to need to escape, that people will be there for her regardless. And I don't think you can say that to her. That'll just piss her off because that's not where her head is right now. But I think on some spiritual level, on some energetic level, you need to send her that energy. Okay, I did get a question from Lily. Very good. Here we are. Lily, thanks for being a member. I appreciate you. I'm traveling to South Florida. Yay, in a couple of weeks. Good. And I just want to know if my road travel will be safe and yet adventurous. No worries for not asking a specific question, no problem. But you did get a second reading, so that kind of worked out, right? Okay, so here we go. I think you're going to have a wonderful time. Where in South Florida are you going to be, and when are you going to be here? Maybe you can come to our tarot meetup. Oh my gosh. There may be some delays and some things won't go exactly the way you thought. That's the adventure part. It's going to be fine. It's good. All right. Rosemarie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will I get the money I need to cover my rent? My son got sick and couldn't work, and my schedule was slow, and now the owner is giving us to the 29th, and I'm scared. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You'll find a way. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out and be okay. You will get what you need. But this is hard. Oh my gosh, so hard. Okay. Hey, Melissa, you're up next. Okay, Melissa. Melissa, thanks for being a member. Melissa Grosso, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. Not too late for a question at all. My boss's wife recently passed away. I'm so sorry. I'm curious what ramifications this will have. Will he decide to retire? Will he dig deeper into his work once he's ready to come back? The shake-up of him leaving brings a bit of fear for me. I understand. Oh, Lily, you're coming to the next tarot meetup. I'm so excited. Make sure, because for those of you who've seen me in person, you know that as soon as I'm in a group of people, I got a lot going on. I got a lot to figure out. I can get easily distracted. I'm easily distracted by shiny objects. So remind me, Lily, YouTube, member of your YouTube channel, remind me. And I'll be, get my attention. And because I'll really want to celebrate you being there. So that's fabulous. I can't wait. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right. So, Melissa, here we go. So sorry. So what will he do? I don't think he knows what he's going to do at this point. Oh my gosh, this is so horrible. It's going to take him a minute. Will he stay in his job? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. How does this affect you? And I realize how hard it is when you're in a situation where this person has just had his life decimated and you're like, how's this going to affect my job? I realize the energy on that and how hard that is, but it's a valid question and it's appropriate. So how will this affect your job? You won't know for a while. He may be absent for a while. I don't know who you're reporting to in the interim, but he may be absent for a while. You may not know anything for a while. Long term, the thing is, your boss is a known entity. He's a nice guy, but part of the problem is he's a nice guy, as you and I have discussed. And so I feel like if he ends up being replaced, it won't be any worse. Probably won't be any better, but it won't be any worse. And if he comes back and just tries to do the job under these new circumstances, that would be okay too. He'd be okay. So this is hard, and it's going to create a whole energy at work for a while, but I don't think it's seriously going to impact your job. All right. Hey, Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Okay, you're stuck. Didn't make it to Galveston this week. Things keep popping up at the last second, preventing me from going. So the question is, well, okay, like the things that are popping up, preventing you from going, are they really? Are they really? You know, like, is this in your control or is it not? Wondering what I can do to break the cycle again. Having so much trouble breaking through the physical constraints around me and trying not to give up on making my new beginning. Any advice for me how I can turn things around without beating myself up too badly? Yeah. I just can't stop thinking about how much time I've wasted. Self-esteem is so low these days. It's hard. That's so hard. So hard. So the advice is it takes the time it takes. Look at this. These two cards have been coming up a lot for everyone, and they're really interesting, and they're interesting for you. Six of Wands reversed. You're not feeling like a winner right now. Six of Cups, there's a whole history. Like you're thinking about wasting time of the past year or past 2 years, but there's a whole history of things that are not your fault that have happened that have made things difficult. And so if it takes a minute to get through, it takes a minute to get through. If it takes a year to get through, it takes a year to get through. And it's just important to remember that and to know that. And honestly, beyond that, the advice is just do it. Because what you know is when you get down to it and do it, it's okay. So get down to it, put the do it to it, and make it happen. And don't worry, just go forward. Oh, Karen, yeah, that's so interesting. Karen Winkle, I was very close to pulling the trigger on the card, but she's got a bad feeling. I don't know why either. I did too. So good. Good. We're on the same page anyway. CB Muzz, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Daughter's having surgery again on 3/28. I'm so sorry. What can be expected? Does Spirit have any words of wisdom? I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah, this could take a while. Recovery could be hard. This is a long and ongoing issue. And so that feels hard, but I really do feel there are solutions, and the surgery is part of the solution. So it could be a long recovery. It could take a while, but at the end of the day, this is a hopeful thing, and it's good that this is happening. And I'm sorry y'all are going through this. I'm sorry it's necessary, but it's a good thing. Hey, Miss Silver 41, good morning from Australia. Hello. May I please have a card for likely job prospects? Haven't worked in a year. Oh my gosh. Any enlightenment would be great. Loss of type of job to go for. What type of job might be worth applying for? What type of industries? Okay, so yeah, this has been really hard for you. And I think you're overthinking it at this point. I think at this point, you don't even want to think about prospects. You just want to look at what's available and apply to everything that you might possibly be a fit for. I think you've been thinking too narrow and you need to think wider. I think that's really the key. It doesn't matter what industry. Right now, you just need a job. And I feel like, you've got a good mind. Anything that uses good thinking skills would probably work very well. You're logical. And of course, with this particular card, traditionally, anything that involves logistics, travel, or transportation would also be really good. So those might be some areas to look at. But As I said, cast your net wide. When do I think a job will come? I think if you cast your net wide and look in the areas we've talked about, it will not be too long. It will not be too long. Okay. River's Edge, good to see you. Thanks for being here. May I have some guidance on communicating with my friend's sister while we are in turmoil? Oh, I'm so sorry. The guidance is control the energy that you want to have there and speak in a loving tone. No matter what the turmoil is, think loving thoughts and speak in a loving tone. That's the key. Thank you for that feedback, Justine. Okay. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What guidance do my ancestors and guides have more for me today and the next 12 months? Lots of changes coming with the job, finances, and all of that. And again, thanks for using members-only emojis. Card on the floor. All right. Justine loves my rhyming words of wisdom. You know, I was the resident psychic of a hip-hop station, radio station, early in the days of hip-hop radio stations. I was, I think, the first psychic on a hip-hop station. There was even a hip-hop tune mentioning my name. There was. But I've always thought it would be so fun to be able to freestyle rap a reading. And I can't rap any kind of rap, but I think that would be so much fun. And rhymes do come to me, but not quickly enough. So, gee, I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, here we are. Jackie Masters. Thanks for your patience. Guidance for Jackie Masters. First of all, know that you will be secure and know that you will be safe. Your ancestors want you to know that. With all the changes, there will be security. Know as well that there could be new additions into your life, new love, new friends, all kinds of things. Do not feel like you don't have what it takes. Do not feel like you won't land on your feet. I think sometimes you worry that way. Instead, look at this as an opportunity to level up. All right. Okay, my friends. Well, we just have to do this real quick because we always have to acknowledge Pixie Arcana. Hello. Yay. Okay. Now we're back. From my perspective, I've answered every question that I could understand. There was one question there I really just couldn't understand, and it broke my brain for a minute. But I've answered every other question. Justine, oh, that's badass. Your name was in a little hip-hop tune on the radio. It really was. It was like every Thursday Christiana does that. Every Thursday Christiana does that psychic thing. There's something else that rhymes, and then it was she'll make you a believer or something. I don't remember. I probably have it. John probably has it somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, that was funny. I could probably give a shot to freestyle about tarot. If you can freestyle, Justine, you totally should, man. That would be so fun, right? That would just be hilarious. I would love that. Oh my gosh. Hey, Cheryl Jefferson, good to see you. Thanks for being here. This is last call for readings, y'all. Dr. Olet, I didn't even see yours, so I missed yours for sure. Yeah. I do not remember reading for you, but I did see you. Why did I not read for you? I'm going back to find you. I am so sorry, Robin Renee. Dr. Olet, I remember seeing you, and that means I probably missed some other people too, so give me a minute. Here it is. Oh, got it. Here we go. I see it now. Dr. Olet, Robin Renee, who gave me the name Tarot Fairy Godmother, deserves all the respect in the world and calls me the notorious FGM, which would be my awesome rap name if I could freaking rap. Thank you, Lisa E. I appreciate you too. Okay. Dr. Aled wants to know, what do the ancestors want me to know? To trust yourself. Even in a broken system and even in a broken world, you should trust yourself not to be broken. Even in a broken system and even in a broken world, you can trust yourself not to be broken. There you go. Okay. Excuse me. That one got to me. All right. All right, friends. Anyone else? Did I miss anybody else? Justine's been listening to Biggie all week. Play with it. Play with it. Can you rap about tarot? That would be the start. Freestyle about tarot, because that's easier. And if you can freestyle about tarot, you could perhaps freestyle a tarot reading if it were like a single card or something like that, or just a couple of cards. That would be so fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Hey, Milk and Honey, you're just getting here. Good to see you. So today we do specific questions. Do you have a specific question for me? We are coming to the end of our time together. It is last call for readings, y'all, but I am happy to wait. If Milk and Honey Tarot or anyone else who just got here has a specific question, I would love to do it. And while I'm waiting, I want to remind you we have a members-only live stream coming up this Thursday. We're doing strategy. Strategy in life, how tarot helps us with strategy in life. Strategy in a tarot session, how we work with the cards strategically, all of those things. Okay. Okay, so Milk and Honey, get that. I see you say yes, please, get that question on in. And I see Ms. Silver has a question for her brother, so I'll do that. And then hopefully, Milk and Honey will be back with their question. Okay, here we are. One for your brother. This is Ms. Silver 41, for one for your brother. Would a boarding house be a good fit for him? He's at the point of being homeless. I'm so sorry. Would a boarding house be a good fit? Yeah. If he can find one that he can get into, absolutely, yeah. That makes sense for a time. Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. And Milk and Honey, what will happen at the meeting on Monday? All right, let's take a look. Changes, new possibilities. Some things that you were hopeful about will no longer be hopeful, but there will be other things that will bring you hope. All right. My friends, I really appreciate all of you. Thanks especially to the members, the moderators, the people who helped out today with super chats and super stickers. I so appreciate you. The link for Monday morning is already up, 9:30 a.m. Monday morning. And the link for members for our session on Thursday is up. So make sure you join us. In the meanwhile, I want to remind all y'all, I am available throughout the holiday season. We've got a bunch of holidays. We've got, it's Palm Sunday this Sunday. We've got the lunar eclipse on Monday. We've got Easter next week. I stay available for you. I work while you play. So if you're looking for me, feel free to reach out and book your private session. There are links to do that in the description. Hey, Science Giant, good to see you. Have a good weekend. I owe you an email. Thanks for reaching out. And thanks for being here today. It's great to see you. All right, my friends, I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so very much. Take good care.